It seems hard to imagine, but less than 30 years ago, the murder of a young girl was a rare crime in this country. So in 1965, in the small town of Mansfield, Ohio, Cassie Diener had no worries when she sent her 2 young daughters to the laundromat. 14-year-old Mary Ellen was exceptionally bright and responsible and could take good care of her sister Brenda. But what happened that night shocked the whole town, and the nightmare continues to this day for Mary Ellen's family. This summer, the Dieners gathered to talk about it for the first time in more than 2 decades.
You know, those circumstances under which she died is what really, you know, kind of zapped us, you know, because we never thought that anything like that would,
No, that was,
would ever happen.
I mean, today you hear of kids being killed all the time, but then I was unaware. I had never, not in Mansfield, I had 14-year-old, just 4. The heck of it.
The thing that I can remember that we used to do a lot was sing.
On a cloudy day.
And we'd be doing our little dance steps and stuff. You know, the fun things.
I got the month of May. My girl.
Okay, I got work laundry that's got to get done. The cab's here, so let's go.
How does this get broke anyway?
It doesn't matter. Mary Ellen, you're in charge. You go into the laundromat next door to Grandma Ideas. Put your coats on and clean it up.
It wasn't like that's something we did every Saturday. No. It was just, we had a washer that broke and we'd go into the laundromat.
All right, bye, Mom.
In 1965, the hot spot in the sleepy town of Mansfield, Ohio, was the Hollywood nightclub. Lester Eubanks, a medic in the Air National Guard, went there on November 14th with a local prostitute. Eubanks had been released on bond just 2 weeks earlier for attempted rape. A high school friend remembers seeing Eubanks that night at the Hollywood club.
We, you know, heard a commotion, and then I said, you know, what's going on? And somebody said somebody dropped a gun, and I looked down and the gun was on the floor. He knelt down and picked it up and put it in his pocket. People started whispering because people weren't used to seeing guns.
As the commotion died down, Eubanks' date decided to do a little business.
Round 2. Okay, so why don't we do this? Okay, let me deal with something. I'll be right back. Don't look so mean, baby. This'll take no time. And we can spend the rest of the night together. I told him you were my brother.
You know I ain't your brother. Tell you know I don't like this, and it's better be quick. I'm gonna circle around to your house and check on you in an hour.
Don't worry, soldier boy. I'll save the best for you.
About the same time, and just a half a mile away, Mary Ellen and Brenda Diener arrived at the laundromat.
I remember once we got in there with the lunch we had, we put them in the machines and stuff, and we realized we didn't have enough change.
Brenda, I'm gonna run next door to Grandma's for change. You wait here. Oh, Mary Ellen, can I come with you? Brenda, I swear, you're afraid of your own shadow. Someone has to stay here and watch the laundry. Please? Brenda, I'll be back.
You know, of course I was scared. I was scared because I was in there by myself.
Bonnie was a chicken. We're not kidding. She was a chicken.
2.
Eubanks' date lived across from the laundromat. After walking around town, he was still waiting for her around 11 o'clock p.m.
Brenda. Hi. It's your turn now. Grandma didn't have change, neither does the gas station. So I need you to run to the other laundromat and see if it's open. Then I'll go get it.
No, I don't want to go to the other laundromat. It's dark.
Go on. You don't have to go all the way. Just go to the corner and see if the light's on.
Oh, okay. But watch my jacks.
So then I went down to the corner. I looked and I saw that they were open. I saw lights were on. And as I was going there, I passed this guy standing on the corner. He had on green wearing army stuff. And he was standing there on the corner. He had this real weird look in his face. And I just looked up as I was running past him. I just looked up and saw him, and then just kept going.
It's open. You ran all the way here? All right. If they don't have any change, I give up. I'll be back.
She said, okay, well, you stay here. I'll go down and get the change, and I'll be right back. And I said, okay. So I sat there for a while, and there was no one in the laundromat. And I waited, and she didn't come back after a while.
Eubanks was still waiting when Mary Ellen walked by. Police say he grabbed her on impulse. Eubanks cleaned up and tried to calm down, but he wasn't sure if Mary Ellen was dead. So he returned to the scene of the crime.
I was scared because I was in there by myself, and she hadn't came back because it had been a while, you know. And I took off out the door and ran up to Ideas.
Grandma, Mary Ellen, she didn't come back.
Come on in, girl. Come on.
And Ida told me to stay there, and she would go check and see what had happened. And that's what I remember.
Idea, the girl's grandmother, went looking for Mary Ellen.
And as she rounded the corner, she could see the police. So they asked her to come over and see if the body was her granddaughter.
27 occurred approximately an hour ago. 24791.
Somebody called me on the phone. I don't know who it was.
On the phone?
On the phone. And told me that Mary Ellen had got killed. Out there had found Mary Ellen. She had got killed. And by the time I hung up the phone, they came in the house with the police and Bonnie. And it's just fuzzy to me after that.
I don't know why it happened that way, because I walked right by the guy. I don't know why it wasn't me.
Eubanks dealt with a brutal murder by partying all night long. In the morning, he went to church. When he returned home, police were waiting. By midday, police had found his gun, and within hours, Eubanks confessed.
And she still was trying to scream, and I was trying to tell her, just be quiet, because I don't want to do nothing. I'm just trying to talk to you. But she kept on trying to scream, so I pulled out the gun with my right hand, and I put it up to her side, and I fired the gun twice.
He was charged with first-degree murder and first-degree murder while attempting to commit rape.
After you shot the little girl, you went back to check on her, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Now, you say you're a medic. You've had training in taking care of people, is that right?
Yes.
What help did you give her?
There was none I could give her.
As a medic, why didn't you call a doctor?
There are no phones around there. But if I could, I would have called a doctor. If she was still alive.
And you say you wanted to help her?
Yes.
This is what you helped her with, Lester? You smashed her skull in with a brick just to make sure she was dead. This is what you helped her with.
No remorse. That's the part that got me. He was arrogant. That's the word. I'm a real crime and punishment guy, okay? That's my nature. That crime was committed on November 14th, whatever it was, 65. And by May, he was convicted. Now that's crime and punishment.
At first, they sentenced him to the electric chair, didn't they? Then he got life. And then he went Christmas shopping.
In 1973, prison guards dropped Eubanks off at a local mall to go Christmas shopping unescorted. He hasn't been seen since.
I thought, going Christmas shopping? She'll never go Christmas shopping. She'll never receive a Christmas gift or go or anything. And here he is, sentenced for life, and he gets to go Christmas shopping.
Right, he's been shopping long enough.
That's a little bit more than shop till you drop.
I find it absolutely unbelievable that Eubanks could literally walk from the electric chair to the shopping mall. But that's exactly what happened. It's a perfect example of how the criminal has rights and the victim has none. So let's put Lester Eubanks back where he belongs. Please take a good look. Eubanks is described as a quiet man, a loner, with a black belt in karate. He has 2 distinctive scars on his upper right arm, a 1.5-inch round scar and another that's 3 inches long. Eubanks is a practicing Baptist, and police think he may be working as a minister. Eubanks was 30 when he escaped from prison in 1973. This is an FBI age-enhanced photo showing how Eubanks might look now. He celebrates his 51st birthday this Halloween. If you know where Lester Edward Eubanks is hiding, call us at 1-800-CRIME-TV. Mary Ellen certainly deserves justice, and her family needs closure. If you know anything at all about this case, please call